All right. Hello. Welcome again to an amazing episode here at the Regional Cal Black Chamber of Commerce, better known as RCBCC in the Valley. Thank you all for being here today. This is really, really important, as I said early on. Theme continues. Not only turning contacts into contracts with relationships with the chamber, it starts with relationship building. And to us, relationship matters a lot. And in 2025, oh my goodness, you know we're going to have to build some strong relationships, right? And I would not be, I couldn't be more happier to have with me today an amazing community partner. SBA has been a partner with the Chamber as we've served our 25th year this year. Thank you very much. Started with us probably in our first 4 or 5 years in inception, and today we're still going strong. So I'm delighted to have my guest here with me this evening, SBA's Public Relations, Public Affairs Information Officer, the one and only Miss Kelly Hadnott-Brown. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Kelly, thank you for joining us this evening and always having a great connection with the Chamber. I can name off a half dozen directors that's been with us as relationships from Victor Parker to Alvarado. The list goes on, you know, Ken Crawford, there are so many. But to get to know you as the information officer here, working with the Chamber, it's a delight. So we're pleased to have you here. And I know all of my guests are anxious to know exactly what SBA does for them and can do for them. I do want to note that because of the horrendous climate situation we just had with the fires, et cetera, Kelly is here. She's got information on the tabletop back there. Her colleague is here with her as well. If you've been affected by the fire, or more importantly, if you know someone who's been affected by the fires, please don't hesitate to inquire of her, because that's some of her king jobs as public relations officer with SBA. You couldn't have a better person. So without further ado, Miss Kelly Brown. Absolutely.
Thank you for having us here, Madam.
Absolutely.
Really appreciate it.
Absolutely. Tell us a little something about you as to, first of all, just a little bit about you and then what your role is with SBA. Betty Wright says some of you may have to go a little further back to remember. But I'm so delighted. But just tell us, don't go too far back because no, I'm only kidding. But delight to have you here. Tell us a little something about you.
So I have an affinity or some similarities with previous panelists, and I'm not surprised because like-minded people seem to come together.
Absolutely.
I was born in Detroit, maybe around the same time. Won't get into that details. I spent some time as a teacher with Ellen Unified. I worked behind the scenes in entertainment, not like the beautiful lady here. She was the actress. I spent my time behind the scenes as a business affairs specialist and as a producer. I worked in the music business at Def Jam, New York City.
Wow.
And I worked here in the studios, both sides of the hill, over here at Bradford, Carson Warner, and then in LA.
Oh, wow.
And on some TV shows, but I won't say the names of those shows, so I won't date myself.
That's delighted. Wow, that's a history in itself. Yeah. And you didn't have to go too far back.
Right. So, and like all of you, I'm a business owner currently now, but I think I am where I'm supposed to be. I like this job. I like sharing information, in particular with people of color, disadvantaged businesses, and I'm fortunate to share that same mandate with my team lead. So we have that affinity that we want to reach our people.
Good.
Okay, so I'm officially representing to the SBA right now. So I have to refrain from political talk. But we all know what's going on. And we have a new administration. And she has proposed some changes. So if any of you need funding, I would implore you to get it now, to apply now, before some of these changes go into place. Okay, so I'll just leave it at that. Okay, so I work for SBA, Office of Disaster and Recovery. And so we're here for the fires. When the fire broke out, I was actually with FEMA. I have dual employment. I was with FEMA in North Carolina. Had a good job, cushy job, working in my hotel, didn't have to go anywhere. But then this disaster broke out. SBA called and asked me to come here.
Okay.
And I will go back to say, after I was born in Detroit, my family moved to Altadena.
Oh.
So my family childhood home burned down.
Oh,
It's gone. My whole neighborhood gone.
Gone.
Yeah. So it's sad. So I came here to help.
Yes.
And
yes.
so if any of you been affected by the fires or know somebody who has been affected?
We know somebody.
Okay. Stay with it, because a lot of people apply FEMA or SBA and initially get a rejection, but that first rejection is not the last rejection.
Mm-hmm.
So particularly your elder relatives or friends, they may just give up. A lot of people just don't want to deal with it. Stand by them.
Right.
They will need your support. And so be resilient, even advocate for yourself. And sometimes it could just be a matter of a document that's missing or a quick, easy fix. You can go to the DRC. We had the locations back there. And I know there's one in Altadena on 540 East Woodbury. It's near Lincoln. And there's another one at UCLA, but I don't want to lie, give you the wrong addresses, but check with us back at the table. Tricia and I can give you the information. You can also go to lending.sba.gov to apply. Or you can apply online or you can apply in person. So if you did you have a, okay. So yeah, you can communicate online, you can check your portal. And so anyway, they make it easy for you. So you can.
They respond back quickly too.
They do.
Good.
And so I learned about SBA before I left. So I am from the area. I went to school here. I went 12 years in PUSD, Pasadena Unified School District. Went to UCLA. My husband was born here in Long Beach. I was from Detroit, but I grew up here. So we didn't think we would ever leave California. But because everybody was leaving, the business community was shrinking, the networking opportunities were diminishing, we went to Atlanta, where there's more networking, more opportunities. Okay, but before I went to Atlanta, I was working with LA County in business services. COVID hit, and so we had to up and start a new intra-agency task force to tell people about our resources. And because we had a no touch mandate or distance mandate, we had to do them by town hall. And one of the agencies that I worked with was SBA and SBDC. And I love what they did and how they helped. Well, we know what happened with PPP and IDO, but at least they did help, So we're not giving free money away anymore, so we don't have grants, but we do still have low interest loans. So if your people have sustained some disaster damage, we help homeowners and renters. Most people don't know we help homeowners and renters as well as businesses. So homeowners can apply for a loan up to $500,000 to help to repair or replace their damaged property. And so most people, we're finding out, are underinsured or uninsured. So that will come in handy. So we encourage everyone to apply for both FEMA and SBA simultaneously. FEMA is that we have it back there too. I don't want to lie to you either. In my old mind, I can't remember everything. So, but yeah, check with us, and if you signed up, and we can send you our resources too. I'm having a town hall next week, so I'll invite you. So FEMA will be there. California Office of Emergency Services will be there, and Department of Insurance, and that's key because we know insurance is going up. Don't know how much, but it's going up. So there are mitigative measures you can take when rebuilding your home. Tell your people if they take into account 6 measures and they rebuild with these 6 measures, they can get a discount on their insurance. Now what they are, they can find that out on insurance. I know this is a website, insurance.ca.gov. They will tell you exactly what those mitigating measures are. It could be earthquake proof. It could be fire damage, like a fire damaged roof you can install. Or windbreak windows. It doesn't have to be related to the fire. It can be related to any storm prevention measures that you can take to help offset any damage to your property. And in addition to that, if you take those 6 measures that they request, if 8 people in the same community take the same measures, that whole community gets more of a discount. So that needs to be shared. Yeah, so I'm trying to share that with people and imploring them to go check the website, and they will tell you exactly what they are. And so, so we give a loan for mitigation as well. So $500,000, and then in addition to the $500,000, you can apply for mitigative measures up to 20% of your approved loan. And then renters and homeowners can also apply for $100,000 worth of personal property damage. So if your cars, furniture, clothes, whatever got lost or damaged in the fire, you can qualify for that. And so the deadline to apply is March 10th. March 10th. We asked for an extension, the state asked for an extension to the federal government, but we can't guarantee the federal government is going to open up the pocketbook. So get it in. So you don't have to take it. So if you just at least do the application, if you later decide you don't need it, you can opt out. No obligation, but you can't opt back in after the deadline. So
yeah, that's important. Thank you so much for sharing that overall. Relationship matters, ladies and gentlemen. Do not leave this room without having to connect the dots with anyone in this room, especially this lovely rep from SBA, the wonderful Miss Kelly.
appreciate you.
Absolutely. Right, thank you for being here. Absolutely. We will wrap this up, this episode, and we'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen.